Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Killer 64 back here again. And I know I haven't uploaded anything in a while now, but my man Chase Elliott just won it again at Watkins Glen. And, well, I'm here to talk about him, shit like that, I don't know. I don't really know about you guys, but I mean, I felt like that, I just felt like just going out and getting the Mountain Dew, considering Mountain Dew is one of Chase Elliott's sponsors, and hey, Mountain Dew Plus, it's really good, you know? It's really good. So anyways, yeah, so I haven't uploaded really a race review in a while, so yeah, so let's just kind of get into it, I guess. Why is my lip bright? Like my lips are bright as hell. But I don't know. So going into the Watkins Glen weekend, there were really a couple guys we know were going to be really fast. Two at least. Martrix Jr., Kyle Busch. And also Denny Hamlin, he's also on a hot streak. And also the defending winner, Chase Elliott. We expected him to be fast, but actually before this race, and for a whole straight month, Chase Elliott has been getting very poor finishes, either as a DNF or an issue or whatever, something that's just screws him over. You know, something like that, it usually would screw up his race all around, and he wouldn't, you know, win or get good finishing results. And this weekend, they showed up to qualifying. They had a really fast Napa Chevrolet, and yeah, and they started on pole. So let's talk about the race. So in the first, green flag flies. I said Hendrick Motorsports front row, Chase Elliott, William Byron. Then behind there is Martrix Jr. and Kyle Busch. Then on the fourth lap, Kyle Busch decided to screw himself and get spinning and get loose underneath William Byron. Oh boy, we're going to talk a lot about Kyle Busch in this video. You know, Kyle Busch, I mean, even though I still didn't like the guy, he was kind of, I would have to say he wasn't making me mad and a lot of other NASCAR fans mad, well, except for his retarded fan base. So, yeah, Chase Elliott basically dominated stage 1, and yeah, he won stage 1. Then afterwards, Kyle Busch decided to show his ugly-ass head, basically turning William Byron for no reason. Then William Byron goes up to him, telling him, hey, man, I don't appreciate you being a jackass. And so, and then at the end, William Byron proved he was a jackass and basically destroyed his front end, stuff like that. So then we get into stage 2, and before stage 1 ended, a couple guys pitted, like Alex Bowman, Clint Boyer, Kevin Harvick, I think Chris Buescher there as well. All of them trying out some different strategies, and most of those guys didn't qualify well, but I think some of them did finish well. I know Kevin Harvick finished really good in the race, but getting back into the usual things, on the restart, Chase Elliott obviously had to make his way, you know, obviously for the field and whatnot. And around this time of caution, William Byron and Kyle Busch, they had to repair their damages. And from that point on, Kyle Busch really wasn't a major factor in the race. Well, he did make a lot of highlights for this race, I guess. So we go green until the end of the stage, which I believe was Daniel Hamrick who brought the caution, but I know the caution before that was for Reed Sorensen and whatnot. And, well, yeah, and also something funny is that the stages for Watkins Glen, stage 1 and stage 2, felt really short. Like, really, really short. And, yeah, so Chase Elliott wins stage 2, so that's 2 important playoff points for him. Then we go on to stage number 3, where really it's basically just a fight to the end of the race. It really, I mean, just literally, like stage 3 was literally a replica of last year. Chase Elliott and Martrix Jr. were literally like almost 2 car lengths between each other. Like I'll show you right here, and I'm like, okay, like, ironically, I have the Chase Elliott car. This is Chase Elliott. Now I know I'm using a Kurt Busch car, but this is how far they were from each other. That far. And that continued on, you know, throughout, you know, the last couple laps of the race. And Chase Elliott died right there. Yeah, so like it just went on, and then obviously the pit stops started happening. Some guys started to pit in, and basically Chase Elliott was pitted first before Truex, then Truex then pitted, and then after that a caution then comes out for two incidents, and actually there was actually a caution before with Bubba Wallace getting into the wall. I still don't know how he got into the wall, but supposedly Kyle Busch put him in the tire barrier, like coming out of the carousel, out of the inner loop. But there were two things going on. Basically, Bubba Wallace proving that, hey, I don't care if you're Kyle Busch, I'ma spin you out. So Bubba Wallace gains a whole lot of fans at Watkins Glen. The crowd goes wild. Kyle Busch gets turned. And obviously I feel like that's for everything that you've done today. You are just an outright crybaby. I mean, Kyle Busch's crybaby interness and his ego showed gratefully today. So, yeah. And also, there was also a little incident between Ryan Blaney and Jimmy Johnson, which I think it was just a racing incident. And plus, Jimmy, I mean, I feel like, he does have a right to get mad, considering that he is really close to missing the postseason. We go back to green with around 20 laps to go. Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. are 2 car lengths between each other. Truex is trying to get past them, but for how terrible these cars are in turbulent air, he couldn't get past them. He just couldn't get past them. Now, there was one moment where I was like, oh, like Truex was going to pass, like Chase Elliott. Like, there was some lap traffic. And also, by the way, Ty Dillon seemed like he was going to change this race because Chase Elliott could not get the pass of him, for the love of God. And it really did frustrate me as a Chase Elliott fan, but really I just kept calm throughout those whole entire laps. We know last year how I reacted to those last couple laps for last year's Watkins Glen race. So, yeah. And in the end, it stayed the same, and Chase Elliott goes back-to-back wins at Watkins Glen. The whole state of Georgia probably goes crazy. Watkins Glen goes crazy, and Martin Truex Jr. once again finishes second to Chase Elliott at Watkins Glen. And so yeah, actually Chase Elliott I think is actually had back-to-back wins since Marcos Ambrose back in 2011 and 2012. So yeah, and there was like a little bit of a tradition going on where there's a new Watkins Glen winner. But that didn't change in this video or in that race. Chase Elliott went back-to-back wins, and he dominated this race. Flat out dominated. And this really does prove that, once again, this proves that the number 9 team, they have a good race car, a good driver, even though people would overrate him a little bit. Now, he's not overrated, okay? I mean, like, does this not prove to you that he is overrated? He dominated a freaking race. And you're still going to say he's overrated? Okay, basically you just want to make the same Dale Jr. argument, but really don't care. But I mean, yeah, so just hats off to the number 9 and Chase Elliott team. They did it was a really good race for them. Martin Truex Jr., I mean, what's it going to take for him to win at Watkins Glen again? Because he's really good at the road courses. Maybe he can get one at the Roval. Hopefully. Because I feel like he kind of maybe deserved that one for me from last year because Jimmy, Will hopped it and stuff like that. So, yeah, so Noble finishes. Matt DiBenedetto finished in the top 10. Ryan Blaney had a good top 5 finish. And also he had an argument with Jimmy Johnson and I don't know, it's just, I don't really care, honestly, and stuff like that. And really, Kyle Busch showed his ugly heads again. And now, before any of you who are Kyle Busch fans come to me and really make a, how would I say this, like a defending argument or anything like that, you can defend Kyle Busch all you want, but you just cannot defend him in this race. Like, seriously, I know 2 Kyle Busch fans that are really good people. Racing Wolf 2003 and Rowdy Smoke 14. Really good guys right there. And I mean, like, this is not really hate going towards you. Well, I mean, There are some Kyle Busch fans that are respectable, but there's some that are just annoying as a mosquito, you know? Saying that, Kyle Busch is don't land, and stuff like that. I mean, Kyle Busch's ugly head showed here once again, and this proves exactly as to why I just absolutely hate him with all my guts, Absolutely hate him with all my guts. And there's really only just there's only 3 NASCAR drivers I really hate: Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Ryan Newman. And stuff like that. All the other drivers I really do respect a lot. Well, except for maybe for like noble ones like Ricky Stenhouse Jr. maybe, or which one, Austin Dillon. Yeah, so those ones. But I mean, yeah. So overall, it was an okay race, I guess you could say. I mean, there was some good battles here and there and stuff like that. So, yeah, I would give this race a 6 or a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 because favorite driver won, and biased opinion. You can shoot me all you want. Don't shoot me at Walmart tomorrow. I'm not, really wasn't making a joke there. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and where do we go to next week? Michigan. Hey, the trucks are racing in Michigan, so that should be good. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. See y'all later.